Hey guys, how's it going? It's either way, Randy Chavez coming at you today with a VeVe AMA Anker update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashie? Dashie is protecting the house as I am currently traveling. We'll be traveling for another 8 to 10 days, give or take. I'll keep you all posted. Just got out of Vegas. That was to go see a friend for a retirement party and to also go and spend some time with a friend in Vegas. Anyway, so starting with Anker, we have Anker official over on Twitter saying next week, Interop Summit, where Anker will have a roundtable with ZK Sync and Microsoft on how to bring the next billion users to Web3, #bullish. There are a couple of estimates of Anker getting up to 0.075, so about 7.5 cents over the next couple of weeks. We'll hope that that happens. Binance News has even tweeted about it, saying, we won't feature specific token movements, but focus on Web3's wider impact on society with a lens on business. Big Tech Hearts Web3. Spotify is testing token-enabled music. Playlist Coindesk, music streaming Spotify, is testing a new service called Token-enabled Playlists, which allows holders of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, to connect their wallets and listen to curated music. Universal Music Group's NFT band Kingship also shared that it created a token-gated playlist for NFT holders featuring Queen, Missy Elliott, Snoop Dogg, and Led Zeppelin. And Anker partners with Microsoft to offer enterprise node hosting crypto services known as Crypto Potato. Together with Microsoft and Azure, we will provide a powerful industry solution that creates a stronger infrastructure layer for the space. The union of technology between Anker and Microsoft will provide a fully managed node hosting solution, reports Anker over on Twitter. This is just the beginning. Create faster global blockchain access. Interop goes and says that on Tuesday, February 28th, how Anker, ZK, Zinc, and Microsoft are collaborating to bring the next billion users to Web3. Join us for a roundtable discussion diving into the challenges standing between Web3 and mass adoption, plus hear how Anker is working with ZK Zinc and Microsoft to build new solutions to drive the industry forward. And in case you didn't know, ZK Zinc has over 633,000 followers over on the Twitter, so they are a pretty big deal. Getting on to VeVe, we do have a couple of users that have been getting logged out pretty recently. Gorillionaire says, this is getting annoying AF. I've been having to log in every few days on VeVe. Is anyone else dealing with this? Mitch Mack goes and says, we are now onto this like flies on poop. I think we know what's causing this round of logouts. A thank you for flagging this to our attention. Apologies for the inconvenience. Some more complaints, but this was not towards VeVe. This was toward Elmon X, which is formerly VTail. We have Mark Hyun saying, terrible drop experience with Elmon X official for the Mona Lisa. I'll never understand why a drop like this doesn't happen on VeVe official. Elmon X has responded, sorry for the experience. This has nothing to do with VeVe. We are listening and learning. We're working on improvements, apps, and more coming soon. I think Elmon X just took a look at that and thought, oh, VeVe, oh, this is not with VeVe, because a lot of OMI and VeVe users had said, hey, why isn't this on VeVe? Just because Elmon X does have a couple of things on VeVe already, the Patrick Hughes one, to name one. But currently, yeah, that Mona Lisa would have done much better over on VeVe, and there's other evidence to support why. One piece of evidence is from William Mai over on Facebook saying, if you are concerned about VeVe not selling out drops and not having enough users, look at Coinbase NFT. The parent company Coinbase has 110 million verified users and 245,000 ecosystem partners in over 100 countries, yet these are their metrics. 13 people bought something off Coinbase NFT Marketplace this week. The 24-hour volume on Coinbase NFT Marketplace is $104. I will repeat that. There's 110 million verified users on Coinbase with 245,000 ecosystem partners in over 100 different countries, and the volume on their NFT website was $104 in 24 hours. Now, the Coinbase NFT volume over 7 days was a bit more. If you extrapolate that, it is $7,744, so that's a little better at about $1,000 a day. But the Coinbase volume of all time is even better at $7,389,615. There's been days that VeVe's made that in a day. But more evidence to show that if you do something right, the collectors will come. Bleacher Report reports that former NFL linebacker Blake Martinez starts his own card trading company shortly after retiring from football and has made over $5 million in 7 months. Made about $1 million in the 2022 year for the Raiders contract and made about $5 million in 7 months selling Pokemon cards after he retired. I know somebody else that made a couple $100,000 buying and selling Pokemon cards. I can't quite put my finger on him though. Comment down below if you know who that is. You currently have about 4 days left in order to go and get the last, get that Ant-Man Quantumania set. If you do, you will be able to go and get MODOK as an airdrop for that Quantumania Mighty set to add to it. Here's where the VeVe fam can come in and the OMI fam can come in and help marketing for VeVe. We have CryptoDep, hashtag Stand With Ukraine, which has 100,000 followers, and had said, here's the top projects with market capitalization under 500 million for 27 February 2023. They go for AGIX, Floki. They have Anker on there, which is really cool, but they don't have OMI. So I decided to go and say like, hey, I think OMI should be on here, and I think y'all should too. But speaking of more bullish things for the space, we do have Blockwork saying news, information, analytics. Join us at Permissionless, built for investors. They have 384,000 followers, and they report that Japan is creating a metaverse economic zone, which can only mean one thing: more money going into the metaverse. So we had a couple of things today. One thing I thought was really good, one thing I thought was not so good. The not so good thing was the AMA over on Discord. I really don't like the fact that David and Dan and the VeVe team had said, yeah, we're going to give you a monthly update, and then say, hey, we're not going to give you a monthly update, and then instead just have a spaces on Discord, which I still think is good. They're at least giving us something, but not so good that they are that they had promised one thing and kind of did another. And again, they are traveling. They do have a lot of things to do. They're extraordinarily busy. I'm thankful for everything that we get. However, it's just another thing for a lot of fudders to go and say like, oh, see, broken promises, even though obviously things happen. A couple of things about that news in that Discord space was unifying MCP and the OUP experience. They had a couple of people that were in beta for MCP and then had taken it away. I think that was basically by them saying, oh, we're going to unify MCP and OUP. They're delaying it without saying they're delaying it, which is fine. It's pretty genius the way they did that. But during that, Reese did mention some arbitrage opportunities between MCP and OUP for collectible strategies. This type of thing I think is really interesting so that people can make a lot of money. If you can't get it on the drops, you will be able to do stuff in the secondary. And like I said, that's a good way for people to make money, in my opinion. So as I did mention traveling before, both Dan and David are traveling. They did mention the dev team and then kind of mention India as well. So I think they might be expanding the dev team from India. I do kind of wish they would get some devs that are kind of from America, but obviously in India you can go and get cheaper devs, and they do like to be efficient with their money, so we'll see how that goes. In other news, we still do have that Binance AMA, that Binance interview with David Yu. We have Super Duper Hank says, would it be concerning if OMI is not once talked about in the AMA between David Yu and Binance? We have Foster Hilt saying, if Binance is having an AMA with VeVe about their digital collectibles, they know what the OMI token is. Those conversations are likely happening behind the scenes. If OMI isn't mentioned, it wouldn't surprise me as the talk is specific to digital collectibles. We do have another piece of news today concerning the VeVe 500. Spoiler alert, skip ahead 10 seconds. Chucky wins. Did you see me? It was great. Sorry I couldn't make the spaces today. Again, was traveling. We did have the Kang drop today. Kang did okay. It sold about 1,858 of him at $50 a piece. That is $92,900. So with the secondary sales, we probably had about $100,000 in volume today for the app, which is pretty good. I'm okay with that, even if it did not sell out. And speaking of drops, we do have a post from Sergio Rodriguez over on the Facebook saying, warning, because tomorrow's comic book drop will be popular, expect a wave of posts and conspiracy theories regarding bots and fill in the entitlement excuses from people that couldn't buy at retail. Most who go for this drop won't land, so I hope you have a good strategy for the secondary market if you cannot buy at retail. What I'm really excited about is that it is only 7,500 copies, so it is super scarce. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I wish they would do this type of thing a lot more. In other collecting news, I now have 15 Special Mint Cassie Langs. 14 of them are sub 100s. The 15th one is number 999 because I thought that was special. Anyway, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, I love you, Dashie. I love you, Dashie. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow.